Tune into Nice Radio every Saturday at 7:30 a.m. for A View from the Outside, hosted by Brereton Horne. A View from the Outside takes a look at key issues affecting St. Vincent and the Grenadines and gives a global perspective on how these issues are viewed. Host Brereton Horne will examine a variety of topics to enlighten, stimulate debate, and explore solutions. Hear the facts, hear the real-life stories, hear A View from the Outside. Join Brereton Horne at 7:30 a.m. every Saturday on Nice Radio for A View from the Outside.
This society needs a spectacle. It might help us to see some evil. This society needs a spectacle.
On A View from the Outside this week being the 20th of May 2023, we ask each and every Vincentian, are you the master of your fate? Are you the captain of your soul? To be the master of your fate and the captain of your soul is to focus on what your future will bring. By the way you see life, and prepare yourself to face life's challenges and its realities. This week's program is inspired by the work of an English poet called William Ernest Henley. William Ernest Henley was born on the 23rd of August, 1849, and he died on the 11th of July, 1903. At the tender age of 12, he was diagnosed with tubercular arthritis, which resulted in one of his legs being amputated just below the knee. His other leg was saved only due to revolutionary surgery performed by the renowned surgeon Joseph Lister at the Edinburgh Hospital. He spent almost 2 years in hospital under the care of Dr. Lister, and during his time in hospital, he began writing poems. One of those poems, which became quite famous and reflects inner strength and perseverance, is entitled Invictus. The last 2 lines of Invictus read, and I quote, "I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul," unquote. Although it is those 2 lines which prompt us here on A View from the Outside to ask you those 2 questions, we feel just as inspired to read the entire poem to you. It's a short poem, and we'll read it to you. Here we go. Invictus by William Ernest Henley. Out of the night that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Under the bludgeoning of chance, my head bloody but unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms the horror of the shade, and yet the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid. It matters not how strait the gate, how charged with punishments the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. Those are the words of William Ernest Henley. There are lessons to be learned from the resolve and perseverance of William Ernest Henley. He exhibited courage. He did not wince or moan. He did not let his illness prevent him from looking to the future. He used his wit. He used his skill. He did not let the circumstances of losing one leg and almost losing the other prevent him from having hope. He was bloodied, unbowed, unconquerable, and undefeated. Are you the master of your fate? Are you the captain of your soul? Those are the questions which we, here on A View from the Outside, encourage you to ask yourself and to answer. And answer them truthfully to yourself. Look in the mirror and speak to the person looking back at you. That would be you. And ask that person, am I the master of my fate? Am I the captain of my soul? To be the master of your fate and the captain of your soul is to stand firm in adversity and not surrender your dignity. Do not surrender your dignity for jobs. Not surrender your dignity for scholarships. Not surrender your dignity for bribes. Not surrender your dignity for anything which causes you to stifle your true self and causes you to lose your inner soul. Do not surrender your dignity for anything which causes you inner turmoil. To be the master of your fate and the captain of your soul is to be unbothered when insults are hurled at you. To be the master of your fate and the captain of your soul is to refuse to simply follow commands which could cause you, perhaps unwittingly, to aid and abet others in the commission of crimes or civil wrongs against your fellow citizens. To be the master of your fate and the captain of your soul is to remain resolved in the face of threats. Threats of lawsuits or threats of victimization. To be the master of your fate and the captain of your soul is to be unafraid, unflinching, despite the menace over the years. To be the master of your fate and the captain of your soul is to speak up and speak out when you become aware of the injustice meted out to your fellow citizens. To be the master of your fate and the captain of your soul is to think for yourself and not just regurgitate or parrot what others say. To be the master of your fate and the captain of your soul is to resist sweet talk and the attempts to try to bamboozle and hoodwink you. To be the master of your fate and the captain of your soul is to assess things for yourself and come to your own conclusions. To be the master of your fate and the captain of your soul is to seek out hope when things around you seem hopeless. When circumstances seem to envelop you and things become grim, like they did for William Ernest Henley, that is the time to be the master of your fate and the captain of your soul. Vincentians, no matter how difficult things become, be the master of your fate and the captain of your soul. No matter how far you're backed into a corner with the intention to get you to surrender, be the master of your fate and the captain of your soul. Until next week, this is Brereton Horne with a view from the outside, with a reminder to send your feedback as usual to aviewfromtheoutside@hotmail.com. You can also get us on Facebook at A View from the Outside and on YouTube at JMB Horne. Have a pleasant Saturday, have a wonderful Sunday, and have a productive week ahead as you endeavor, as we all endeavor, to be the master of our fate and the captain